My name is Evan Shuttlesworth. I am an application engineer here at Yokogawa, and today I'm going to show you our AXF and AXR Sizing Calculator. So, first thing is first, we're going to download the AXF and AXR Sizing / Accuracy Calculators. So, I'm just going to show you one way to find the software. There are various ways. Search is a way, technical library is a way, but today we're just going to show you if you actually just go to the field instruments page. So I'm going to go specifically to flow meters and specifically to the AXF and find it there. So I went to Products and Solutions, Field Instruments, Flow Meters, and then I select Magnetic Flow Meters. So before I get too deep into it, the AXF and the AXR, if you aren't familiar, are our 2-wire and 4-wire magnetic flow meters. And we have a handy dandy calculator for both. So unlike if you've seen our other sizing softwares, these are, as I said, basically Excel versions of the accuracy tables in the GS. So if I click on the GS for the AXF, the calculator or sizing is pretty much purely based on these tables, but it's just in a nice easy format. So you put in your flow rate, and then we just use an Excel to calculate this velocity and your accuracy you can expect at those flow rates. So without further ado, but you can find this, like I said, this is the AXF page under Downloads tab, and then the general specs I just got from here, and then the software is right here. So we're going to save this. And then while I'm kind of close, I'm going to go to the AXR page. So the AXF is our 4-wire magnetic flow meter. The AXR is our 2-wire low power version. So I'm going to go to Downloads. And then again, here's the GS. And then here is the Sizing Calculator, Excel. And again, this one, AXR as well, is just based on the accuracy tables in the GS. So I'm going to move both files to my flow sizing folder, and we'll unzip the AXF, and here it is. So as I mentioned, it's fairly straightforward. So our customer again is Jim Johnson. Today's date. This is more for your reference. Fluid is water, and our tag is FT101. So at the top, we have our pulse and output calculators. The pulse is always going to be slightly more accurate than your analog output. So his max flow rate is 500, so that's what we're going to put as our flow span, 0 to 500. And then the minimum he needs to read is 30. Or if it's not at minimum, just any accuracy any flow rate that you want to see an accuracy at. Our tables, handy dandy tables, calculate our velocity at the minimum and max flow rate, and then the accuracy at the minimum and max. Or just the minimum, actually, at the desired. And then we have a high accuracy option, calibration option for the AXF. So if that's an option, it also gives you that accuracy. So as you can see, below 3 inches, we would not recommend this meter. There's too much water flowing through it. But anything else is choosable, but the 3 inch is going to be your best bet. And then we can do the same calculation for the 4 to 20 output and see similar results, but it is, as I said, it's going to be, in this case, a good bit more accurate with your pulse output, but that's just natural. So now I'm going to show you the AXR calculator. It's very similar, except it's got 2 pages, and it shows, actually has a chart showing the accuracy with flow rate. So same thing. What are you doing? Good old Jim. Project is water project. Tag number. Application is good old water. And so this one has a few more instructions. So this isn't going to give you anything until you select your model suffix and your size. So we want an explosion-proof meter. This is where you would put the rest of your model code. For the purposes of this, I'm just going to use the example model code. So this is a 150-pound stainless steel unit with a display and with FF1 and stainless steel grounding rings. I'm looking for a 3-inch meter. So you see it shows the AXR model, AXR 080, which is 80 millimeters, which is about 3 inches. So here we put in our max flow rate, 500 gallons per minute. And then here it's going to calculate your flow velocity right here. And then on the second page, it's going to give you an accuracy statement. Again, this is directly based on the GS sheet and the accuracy tables there. So it gives you a nice little graph showing your flow rate and versus accuracy with a slight disclaimer for reference only. But it gives, at the top, gives you your meter and your model number that you can order, your span, your max flow velocity, and then your max and min span based on that AXR 080. So this is what you could span it to, and the minimum you could span it to. And then it's your table and graph, and that's it. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned something today. And for more information, please visit yokogawa.com/US.